確率がいいですよね。
やっぱりスリーポイント。
はい、よく取りましたね。
はい。43%。
43%。
はいはいはい。
2メーター8センチで。
はいはい、そうなんです。
で、ホーキンソン選手は走るし、
走りますよ。
チームプレーもすごくいいし、
はい。
やっぱこの選手を好きにさせないとダメ
そうですね。はい。
はい。で、ホーキンソン選手は北選手が、
はいはい、そうです。
外国で金選手2人と一緒に出れるという。
はいはい、そうです。
3人いるわけですよ。
はい。
そういうところで言うとですね、
この選手が、
まさにこのプレモン選手、
はいはいはい。
ポイントガードの大切
そうなんです。
ですよね。
だからホーキンソン選手がいることによって、
プレモン選手が、
はい、
出れるし、生きると
そうですね。
いうことで、
はい、
プレモン選手、スリーポイントが
スリーポイントが38%ということで、ちなみにですね、
はいはい、
キャッチアンドショット、
キャッチアンドシュート、ドリブルしないで打つ、
はい、
スリーポイントですね。
パスをもらって、そのまま打つシュートに限っては、もうほぼ5割です。
5割。
50%。
いや、それ絶対出しちゃダメですね。
出しちゃダメです。
で、アシストも4あって、
平均で4アシスト。
周りを使うのが上手い選手なので、
はい。
このプレモン選手とホーキンソン選手のこの
コンビネーションをなんとか、
なんとかフェニックスは C リーグディフェンスで抑えたいと
そうですね。
いうのが今日の最大の
はい。
山場になります
た
ね。
だし、ファールはしたくない。フリースローを与えたらない。そうなんです。
困りました
確率困りますよ。
困りました。
困ります。
はい。
はい。
そして、
はい
フェニックスというのはですね、やっぱりラジンスキー選手。
そうですね。
渋い。
渋い。はい。
スリーポイントの確率もですね、38%
38%超えてます。はい。
で、ツーポイントも
60%超えております。
めちゃくちゃ確率がいい。
確率がいい。
で、IQ も高くて、
はい。
なんて言っても、
なんといっても、数字に現れないところの働きといいますか、
はいはいはいはい、
選手の素晴らしいところございますね。
そうですよね。
タゲッチの大好きなところ。
はい、ディフェンスもね、
はい。
頑張るし、走るじゃないですか。
先頭切って走ります。
走ってね、ディフェンスを引き寄せて他の選手が生きるわけですよ。
はいはい
なので、アラジンスキー選手の中ではなかなかね、表に現れないところがあるけれども、
あるけれども、
大好きなんです。
大好きではないです。ラジンスキー選手しか見てないですよ。
見てない。
はい。
ずっと私はアラジンスキー選手を見てます。
いや、絶対見てない。
ああ、全然見ない。なのでね、このダ
はい
ラ
はいはい
選手の活躍、
はい
勝利必要なのでね、
必要でございます。
ここは注目をしてほしいと思います。
はい。
はい。そして、今日はです
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Japan. It's B1 League action. Central Conference Santa NEOPHOENIX High Flyers taking on SUNROCKERS Shibuya. Well, the Toyohashi City Gymnasium is packed, and for good reason. This Santa NEOPHOENIX team is pretty good. They're so good, in fact. They are top of the standings and one of the favorites to go all the way in the B.LEAGUE. A lot of games have to be won before then. Obviously, a lot of other good teams. But you'd be hard-pressed to find another team that has been as consistently excellent as Sanin. Perhaps Utsunomiya Breck starting to turn it on a notch. Sanin 34-9 up at the top in the Central. And you can see the SUNROCKERS Shibuya down in fourth in the Central Conference and still chasing a top 2 spot. And if they don't get that, well, who knows? Maybe they will get a wild card. Here is the wild card race, in fact. And right now you can see they are 6th in that. Only the top 2 wild cards will progress. So a lot of good teams in front of them, but not too many games, wins and losses separating them. So it all adds up to an exciting end of season for Shibuya. The lineup for Santa NEOPHOENIX today: Ravena, the Filipino international, Yante Mayton, Cody Clark, Sota Aura, Ota Yu, David Jasinski, Kosakawa, and Yamauchi, the veteran guard coming off the bench. And we wanted to highlight these 3 players for you for this Santa NEOPHOENIX team. And the one that jumps off the stat sheet is Kosuke Kanemaru, number 14. Look at those numbers. I think he's vital for the cause. Now, if he's not able to go today, that hurts, and a couple of other players as well. So that would be a lot of firepower not available, and that would help Luka Pavicevic's team, which does have full complement of players: Gibbs, Clemens, Josh Hawkinson, the Japan international Leo Vendrame, Kojima, Tanaka, Chambers, Suya, Kelly, Nagayoshi, Morizani, Omori, and Murakoshi. So Clemens, Hawkinson, Vendrame, Suya, and Kelly. Coming out in that starting 5. And again, there is Pavicevic, one of the veteran coaches in this competition. They've had some tough times this season, but they've also turned it around. They've been competitive. And for Santa NEOPHOENIX, if you look at their recent results, kind of a mixed bag. So they have had, we talk about the consistency with this team, but in recent times, it has been hard times, hard sledding. And one of the keys is to get everybody healthy. But it's a team that was flying high. You go back and you look all season, just one win right after the other, and then you look at the last several games, and it has been tough sledding, falling to Alberg Tokyo, a couple defeats to Ryukyu Golden Kings and the Yokohama, Kawasaki. So they need to get back on track now against SUNROCKERS Shibuya. And if you look at SUNROCKERS Shibuya, well, it's been a little bit of a different story. So SUNROCKERS Shibuya, again, under the veteran leadership guidance, they've won their last two, but before that they lost their previous three. So it is a San and NEOPHOENIX again. Look at their year-on-year record, and it's been outstanding this season. So even though they've had a tough spell of late, you have to keep things into perspective and realize how far they've come. You know, they're already 11 games better wins than last season. And then, of course, 2 years ago, they only had 10 wins. Before that, 12 wins. Only 5 wins in 2019, 2020. So you had a lot of losing records. So I don't think, unless they were to go completely off the rails, I'm not sure it could be a better season than what they've had. And for SUNROCKERS Shibuya, 23-20. Last season, you know, they're a club used to winning and competitive, very competitive, and coming out right now still with a chance to have a great season, putting some difficult times behind them. Here are the key players today, Ora and Vendrame. We wanted to highlight these two players at the point guard spot. Ora, 8 points, 4.7 assists, 3.4 assists to go with his 10.4 points. And they both play a lot of minutes, but Vendrame obviously plays a lot more. Okay, starting five again for San Ravena, 30 Ravena, Yante Mate, Cody Clark, Sota Ora, and Kosakawa. Kosakawa is averaging 7.7 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 1.3 assists. And the head coach, Ono, hoping to get his team back on track today. And I think it's unrealistic to think that you are going to go through a season where you're almost unbeatable, although we did see that last year from Chiba Jets, only for them to fall in the final. So these are the types of things that you have to negotiate. You know, you can have a great start, and then you can taper off. You can have injuries that can come up, and you have to be able to navigate these difficult times. You have to face the adversity and overcome it, and if you can overcome it, you become stronger. So again, the starting fives for both teams. And again, you also have to keep that perspective of the opponents that you've been going up against. Now, Vendrame and Co., SUNROCKERS Shibuya, they got a split. Or rather, sorry, excuse me, they beat Seahorses Macau and Effie Nagoya in their last couple of games. And then they had a couple of tough losses to Brex and a couple of tough losses to Shimane Susumu Magic. So even though they had lost 3 straight, excuse me, they split a couple with Shimane. So even though they had lost 3 straight, but for San and NEOPHOENIX, it's been a little bit of a different story. They've gone from being almost unbeatable to taking some tough losses, some heavy defeats to Kawasaki. Last game was better, but when you're struggling, you don't win those close games, and they fell in a tight one to Yokohama. But right now, it's all about the future, not the past. We are underway in Japan. In fact, it's all about the present. And it's San and NEOPHOENIX with that opening tip, and now already an early turnover. So an early foul on Yanti Maton. And that is definitely not a good development. But now the Shibuya turns it over. And 30 Ravena fouled as he gets into the paint. You know, we highlighted Ora and Vendrame, but you could easily also have highlighted 30 Ravena and Vendrame. Both those two guys, Ora and 30 Ravena, just need to play well right now with this team a little bit shorthanded. But a turnover. Hosokawa has it stolen by Clemens. 2 turnovers on their first couple of possessions. Not a good sign. Meanwhile, Kelly comes down and buries the jump shot. Nice play. Yanti Maiden doesn't catch it. 30 Ravena has it. Cody Clark puts it up from deep. That's good. I mean, it always helps as well if he comes out and carries the load. So good job, Clark, putting San and NEOPHOENIX back on top. See a lot of good contingent of Shibuya fans coming to the game today. Kelly, again, good jump shooter. You got to get a hand in the face. The 32-year-old former Duke University man burying it. Hosokawa, he answered 2 threes now for San and NEOPHOENIX, and good shooting goes a long way. Get some confidence early. Already 2 players have buried 3 balls for San N. Here's Kelly. He's been as hot as a firecracker. He comes out and nails the 3. 7 quick points for Ryan Kelly. Ravena to the corner. Aura, and good job. Maton getting the offensive rebound and put back. Hawkinson gets in there puts up a left-handed shot. No good. Sotaura has it. Clark, backdoor cut, 30 to the corner. Hosokawa rattles out. Cody Clark keeps it alive, puts it up and in. That's a couple of offensive rebounds and putbacks for San N, and that is a problem for Shibuya. They need to start boxing out. On the pass to the corner and over the head of Suya, number 28. Chance for San N to build their lead. And Yanti Maton powers his way up, going right at Hawkinson. 12-7. So after the early foul for him, he's come to life. Now quickly, Clemens takes it deep, misses 30 Ravena. Here's where he's good in the open floor. Look for him to go all the way. And he does indeed. And that's how he earns his money, driving to the basket. Very difficult to stop 30 Ravena. And that leads to a timeout for Pavicevic. Again, 30 Ravena hesitates. And I think even Ryan Kelly anticipated that 30 Ravena was going to drive, not settle for the jumper. Thought he might be able to block it, but 30 was quick and able to get the ball off after blowing past his man. So again, a little bit shorthanded today without Motoguchi, without Kanemaru. Sasaki, and I really think they've got to have Kanemaru healthy for the stretch run. But so far, San and NEOPHOENIX able to get an early lead without them. And I think the troubling aspect of this right there is Hawkinson, one of the better players in this competition, but already a couple of offensive rebounds. One for Clark, one for Maton. So they just got to tidy some things up on the glass. Kelly backing up, mismatch, turn around. Oh boy, that was a dangerous pass. Shot clock winding down. Clemens to Kelly, back to Clemens, and that never looked good from the get-go. And for whatever reason, Kelly, you want to make that pass. If you're not open, there might be a better shot, but you got to also be aware of the shot clock. Oh boy, that was sloppy. Vendrame almost coming away with the steal. Not sure what Maton was doing. 30 Ravena lets it fly from deep. Okay, 30, that's your 3 attempt now. Go back to your strength and drive to the basket. Here is Clemens. Hawkinson, he can shoot it and rattles out. But when you've had a dry spell and you haven't really won any games, you want to have a good start. San and NEOPHOENIX have done that. They're at home. And there's Cody Clark powering his way up. And it just feels like there's a little bit more intensity to their game than what we're seeing from SUNROCKERS Shibuya. Shibuya, especially Hawkinson. He's got to pick it up. Hawkinson. Back to Vendrame. Difficult pass. Clemens for 3. Now 30 Ravena, open floor. It's where he wants to be. He drives in. Oh, nice footwork. 30 misses the layup. He did all the hard work and then he missed the shot. Clemens takes it deep. He misses a short one. Clark to Maton, beautiful. That's much more like it for San N. And SUNROCKERS Shibuya slow out of the gate. Ryan Kelly looked good early, but on both ends of the floor, they are lacking a little bit of oomph to their game, and they better snap out of it or this thing is going to be over. Here's Vendrame. Steps in right near the elbow and knocks it down. So we got some substitutions here. The veteran Tanaka comes into the game. And the veteran Jeff Gibbs comes into the game for Shibuya. What a great career he's had. Yamauchi also checks in. Second foul on Vendrame, so he's probably going to come out of the game here soon. He doesn't want to pick up his third. Dziedziński's checked in, and right off the bench, David Dziedziński buries a three-pointer. Well, you could make the case. He usually comes off the bench and does well. That he would be, if he's not the top sixth man in this competition, he's one of them. Clemens. Vendrame has it knocked out of his hands by Hosokawa. Fouled by Hosokawa. Dante Maiden with his second foul is going to sit down. Clemens has had a slow start. He telegraphs the pass that's knocked away, but Gibbs hustles, then makes a very difficult pass to the corner to Tanaka, and then Clemens stays in bounds. Look at this. That was never going to work for Shibuya, and Yamauchi goes in, and Pavicevic must be wondering what in the heck is going on with his team right now. They are completely discombobulated. They had to make about four different difficult saves. There's more like it, Jeff Gibbs. Now the pass up ahead to Hawkinson. Hawkinson makes the first. .140 to go in this opening quarter. Very difficult, slow start for Sunrockers Shibuya. First of two games between these two teams. Pavicevic brings Hawkinson out. Gibbs comes up with the steal. Gets his rebound. And offensive foul. Good job, 30 Ravena. A little frustration there for Gibbs. Coming up on the 1 minute mark in this opening quarter, Yamauchi. Osakawa back to Jasinski, gets the baseline, puts it up and in. Final 40 seconds of this opening quarter. Tanaka gets into the paint, puts it up and in. That's a veteran for you, number 32 rather, number 13, 32-year-old. Clark. Extended follow through. Doesn't get it to go in, and after a very difficult first quarter for SUNROCKERS Shibuya, if they could knock down a three-pointer here, or even just a jumper, I would put him in good mood. But look at this again. They have to take a tough shot. Ryan Kelly, not good execution there at the end of the quarter, and Pavicevic has his work cut out for him. His team just did not look ready in that opening quarter, lacking energy, execution. And San NEOPHOENIX, certainly the better team. They lead at 25-15. We'll look back at some of the highlights of this opening quarter. Clark at Hosokawa. Ravena getting the bucket. And it's been a really positive start for San N. And let's see if there's a little bit more energy now from SUNROCKERS, because they looked lethargic in that opening quarter. You just cannot afford to come out as badly as they did. Much better. So Tanaka has hit a couple of shots now, one in the lane and now with the jump shot. And can you believe it? They've turned it over, San N, and perhaps emblematic of the types of struggles that they've had of late. A cheap turnover. A little bit more zip on the passes, a little bit more oomph. And that miss brings it back. Here comes San N. Clark gets it down low to Jasinski. So Aki Chambers in the game, number 16. Missed that last jump shot for SUNROCKERS Shibuya. Foul call before the shot, so no foul, no free throws. Clark from deep. That's his second three of the game. Back to a double-digit lead. Yamauchi putting the pressure on the ball handler. There's Kojima that's in the game. The backup point guard. Here's Tanaka. Tanaka goes up, and that was a very nice shot. He wanted a foul as well. He doesn't get it. But he has been essential coming off the bench today with his scoring, the Japan International. Sinski misses that one. Tanaka from deep. Cody Clark, Zdzinski, nice pass into the paint. And exactly what they need. Driving in is Yu. Young man with a very promising future. Only averaging 1.6 points per game. Oh boy, that was a nice take. Good recognition that Hosokawa had fallen, and Gibbs just went right to the basket. I mean, it is incredible to think Gibbs is 43 years of age. For a 43-year-old, he gets around very well. Yamauchi drives in and is fouled. So he's got free throws. Kojima picks up the personal. Here's Yamauchi. Always a player, reliable, coming off the bench, goes to the bank on the free throw. You know what you're going to get from this man. Just a tremendous spark, solid. I think he's good enough to start. But in this team, it works well that he comes off the bench. He's going to go out of the game now, but you just feel like he's the kind of guy you want to go into battle with. He's going to go down, sit down. Ora comes back into the game. And that's taking nothing away from Sota Ora, who's vital for this team as well. There's Hawkinson showing signs of waking up. He's got the bucket now. Cody Clark. Ora about a meter behind the arc, short. They force the ball out of Tanaka's hands. Turn it over. Ora hustles. That's where I like him, in the open floor. That's where he's best. Lays it up and in. Turnovers have been the bane of this SUNROCKERS Shibuya performance so far. Kelly. So he's fouled by 30, Ravena. Second foul, 30. And I think judging from his reaction, he's not happy with the call, but sometimes that whistle's going to blow when you reach in. Ryan Kelly had that blistering start to the game, hit a couple of mid-range jump shots, and then he hit a three-pointer. But then he just seemed to kind of lose his way a little bit. Now he's back at the line. 8 points, make it 9. Let's see if that gets him back on track. No, he's going to go out to the bench. He's going to go to the bench, rather. Looking at Pavicevic over there on that Shibuya bench, it feels like he's, you know, from how he's had to coach this team, it's got an interesting approach. Very calm. Deals with the frustration. Here's Clemens reaching in, and then he is fouled by Ura. So steal for Clemens. Because you would have thought that the way that SUNROCKERS were so lacking intensity, so lethargic early on, that would really get you upset. But Pavicevic is just kind of calmly trying to make some adjustments on the sidelines, and I guess he realizes it's a long season. You have highs and lows, and he's taking the patient approach. His team's down by 9. Gibbs gets it, backs up, goes up against Dudzinski and scores. Well, it went right at Dudzinski. How good has Jeff Gibbs been today? He has played well. 43 years of age. Might as well say 43 years young, not old. Yeah, that's a good call. Just kind of pulled Yanti Maton out of the way. Yanti Maton posting up. And that is definitely a matchup that Gibbs is not going to win. That's an obvious foul on Yamauchi, fouling the trumpet. Be careful, you don't want to get unsportsmanlike. Three-point attempt off target by Suya. Cody Clark, guarded by Hawkins. 30, drives in, left hand, not there. Then Yanti Maton misses the putback. That was an easy one. He'll be disappointed with himself from that one. Clemens tries to throw it over the defense, but 30 Ravena gets the hands up on D, then makes the nice pass. And again, Sotaura just so good on fast break, and 30, that's his game right there. He wants to be in the open floor. He doesn't want to be setting it up in the half court. He wants to run, and that leads to a timeout. Sanin back up by 11 points. Well, you've lost 5 straight. You're without players. And you just put it behind you. You come out focused. And a lot of credit to this starting 5 today. for San NEOPHOENIX. They came out ready to play. And I'm not sure you could say the same thing about SUNROCKERS Shibuya today. For whatever reason, they seem a bit timid. Almost a bit like not going, you know, kind of stuck in third gear. They need to shift it into a higher gear. So coming back, final 4:20 of this opening half. Clemens to Vendrame. Hawkinson, shot clock winding down. Vendrame has to launch it and makes it. How about that from the Japan International? Played at the Olympics for Japan, 2021. He's artistic both on and off the court. Likes to do a little bit of painting. Here's Yanti Maton missing. Cody Clark spinning. Tries to get it to Maton. Just never going to be able to complete that pass. And now Shibuya can cut it to 5 if they can knock down to 3. Maybe go back to Vendrame. He just knocked down the 3. Oh boy, tough pass again. Yamauchi knocking it away. Here's Gibbs. And Gibbs, oh my goodness. He has gone straight at Dudzinski, and now he has gone right at Yanti Maton and scored. Well, don't forget what I said about this Shibuya team as it relates to Jeff Gibbs, because he has been terrific. I mean, he's going up against a very big man here, and he doesn't back down. Look at this. The ball knocked away by Yamauchi, and then Maton switches on to Gibbs. Look, he just goes right at him. I mean, Yanti Maton just can't be scored on like that by Gibbs. Gibbs just destroyed him. And he did the same thing to Dudzinski earlier in the game. So San NEOPHOENIX wobbling a little bit here, leading by 6. Very important possession, you feel like, with Shibuya coming back, and that was a big shot from Cody Clark. The psyche, the confidence might be a little fragile because of the losses that have accumulated of late. So you don't want to all of a sudden hit a dry spell, and Vendrame does not have the charge called. Suya, he goes down after the shot. Oh, look at the spin from 30. And a dangerous pass. They're able to get it out to Cody Clark for 3. That is huge. What a huge sequence. Almost wonder if Pavicevic is a little bit annoyed that a foul wasn't called twice on his team's last possession, because it could have been maybe 50-50 on both of those. And Cody Clark has been excellent. Comes down, knocks down another 3. Cody Clark with 15 points already. And this is good work. I mean, what a pass that was from Aura behind the back. Look at 30. I thought this was a dangerous pass right here. Oh, wow. What a pass from Sota Aura behind the back, or kind of like a no look, facing the other way. Maybe this will give you an even better angle. Watch Aura make this pass. Oh, no, we can't. He's blocked out by the basket support. Well, they are definitely rocking and rolling right now, San and NEOPHOENIX. They were wobbling a little bit, but thanks to Cody Clark, they've gone back up by 11 points. Cody Clark, 6 of 8 from the floor, 15 points. He also has 4 rebounds. Gibbs has 8 points to lead Shibuya. So Tanaka, Vendrame, the double team. Here's Tanaka. Clemens wide open. Good, patient build up. And Tanaka with the foul. A little bit of contact with Dudzinski. That has to make you happy if you're Pavicevic. You call a timeout and you come out and you get a basket like they just did. You got to say that Ota, or rather Aura, has been really good with his passing. Dudzinski to Yamauchi, back outside. Sota Aura. Clemens to the corner. I think if SUNROCKERS Shibuya are able to cut this deficit down to 6 points or less by the end of the first half, they're going to be happy, because they were in some trouble. They trailed by 14 points. Kelly. There they go, swinging it. Will it be 2 in a row for Clemens? No, it will not. Now Cody Clark to Aura, who wisely holds up. Tanaka got back on D. Dudzinski, the double comes. He finds Yamauchi. Oh, boy. Great play from Dudzinski. Great recognition, knowing the double team was there. Somebody had to be open, and nobody moves around without the ball better than Yamauchi. Clemens for 3, short. Good job batting it back outside by Vendrame. Vendrame hasn't attempted a shot since he hit that 3-pointer. Here's Kelly. Oh, boy. Kelly has it stolen. Oh, my goodness. Almost. And 1 for 30 Ravena. Ravena just wants to kind of hang out on the floor for a while. Here, look at this. And Ryan Kelly just not a good play at all. Clemens with the foul, colliding with 30 Ravena. So after a little bit of a pause following the foul, 30 Ravena steps up to the line and makes the first. He's had by far his best season in the B-League. Been really, really good for San N. makes both free throws. He's going to go out of the game, so that foul clearly got the best of him. Hosokawa comes back into the game. Yu also back in, number 15. Pregame. Pass deflected. I know Vendrame is like playing like that pass first point guard, but nothing wrong with him putting it up. I think he defers just a little too much. 4 seconds on the shot clock. They got to get it up quickly. Tanaka. They'll settle for that. Tip your hat to Tanaka. Aware of the situation. And you got to give something away. It's going to be that for SUNROCKERS, or excuse me, for Sanin. Timeout on the court for Coach Ono. Try to get something on this last possession. Final seconds ticking off the clock in the first half. Let's see what Coach Ono drew up. Yamauchi to Clark. Ora comes up top. Now down low to Dudzinski in the paint. And that is a thing of beauty. That's why you make the most of all your timeouts. And that's why you value every possession. You get a big 2 points right at the end of the first half. Again, Clark hands it off to Ora, and then Dudzinski pops up to the high post, turns and scores, and Kanemaru applauds from the end of the bench. So at the end of the first half is 49-37, San and NEOPHOENIX on top of SUNROCKERS Shibuya.
B.LEAGUE 2023-24シーズン物語コーポレーションプレゼンツサンユニオフェニックスホームゲームサンユニオフェニックス対サンロッカーズ渋谷。まずは本日のハーフタイムショーは我らがファイアガールズのパフォーマンスをお届けします。ぜひ会場の皆さんもペンライトをつけて手拍子でハーフタイムを一緒に盛り上げていきましょう。 それではファイナルガールズメンバーを紹介します。アーヤ、ハルキ、バイスキャプテンカリ、キャプテンアスカ、ワカ、ココロ、トトミー、バイスキャプテンルカ、アイリー、Thank you, Fire Go! 皆さん、今一度大きな拍手をお送りください。さあ、続いては、辻ヶ丘マーチングバンドの皆さんによるパフォーマンスです。豊橋市をベースに活動している辻ヶ丘マーチングバンドは、ドラムコーンスタイルの小中学生バンドとなっております。それでは、辻ヶ丘マーチングバンドの皆さん、よろしくお願いします。 ありがとうございました。皆様、今一度大きな拍手をお送りください。以上、本日のハーフタイムショーでした。
マルゲン熟成醤油スープに豚の希少部位が踊るしゃぶしゃぶ発想の奇跡の一杯。世の中にないラーメンを作りたかった熟成醤油ラーメン肉そばマルゲンラーメン。 OSG は世界品質の製品を提供し続ける信頼のブランドとしてものづくり産業を地球規模で支えていきます。 OSG Shaping Your Dreams。
私の街に暮らしたかもね。ねえ、厚みテックって何を作ってるの？
車の部品だよ。これとこの先普段は見えないけどほら
見えた。
すごくない？
厚みテック。
私たちが作るのは木造住宅の未来。独創性の高い高性能なメカットマシンは今を勝ち抜く力となる。匠の技を機械化する会社宮川工機。
買い物にゴー。
ドライブにゴー。
配達にゴー。それトピーなんです。ホイールからモビリティ社会を支える。これもトピーの仕事の一つです。ゴーゴー。この世界のあちらこちらで
やってやる。生産材と消費財、 B2B と B2C、 国内と海外、垣根を越えて丸ごと全部山善。
広い車は欲しいけど維持費とかがちょっと心配。そこで厚みに相談だ。厚み
車のことなら何でもかんでも。
厚みも足す。
それではここで B リーグパートナーズをご紹介いたします。 B リーグトップパートナーソフトバンク、 B リーグパートナーズ富士通、日本郵便、 G ショック、日本生命、 B リーグサポーティングカンパニーズ朝日新聞、日本経済新聞社、大塚製薬、野村工芸社、 EY ジャパン、ヤフー、エニタイムフィットネス、アーシャルデザイン、 B リーグサプライヤーズ、モルテン、アダストリア、 B リーグエンターテインメントパートナーソニーミュージックエンターテインメント、 B リーグコミュニケーションパートナー LINE、 B リーグスポーツ振興パートナースポーツくじウィナー。以上 B リーグパートナーズのご紹介でした。
Well, we're at halftime. SUNROCKERS Shibuya trailing this Santa NEOPHOENIX team that has not been in a good way. Early on, Ryan Kelly had it going. Scored SUNROCKERS Shibuya's first 7 points, including this 3. SUNROCKERS Shibuya eventually perhaps a little lethargic, not guarding as well. Third to Rivena with the pass to the corner. Hosokawa missing, but their offensive rebound and putback. A couple of offensive rebounds and putbacks, and I think that kind of set the tone for a disappointing first quarter, and really for the first half. Then 30 Rivena, this is where he's really good. Getting to the basket, going right past Kelly. And this also, that was about 4 passes that were saved before it went out of bounds or before it was turned over. And that was just kind of emblematic of the problems that SUNROCKERS Shibuya were having. Tanaka's been good, though. To knock him down is perhaps the best way to call him, because Daki to knock him down has been knocking him down. But again, Santa NEOPHOENIX, if they can get out and run with Ora and 30 Rivena and Yamauchi, that's where they're going to be hard to beat. 30 after the turnover, dishes to his teammate. A little bit of a rally here, Vendrame hitting the 3, but that was really his only attempt. Didn't even go back after that. And then look at this play. Watch the behind-the-back pass right here. Going out of bounds, no look to Cody Clark. And Cody Clark simply has to make that shot after the spectacular pass. So really just a pretty strong effort. They wobbled a little bit, Santa NEOPHOENIX, but they were able to stabilize things and have a double-digit lead at halftime. So you look at the numbers. 5 threes for Santa NEOPHOENIX, just 3 for SUNROCKERS Shibuya. And they're also winning the battle on the boards. And key players pretty level at this stage. Wouldn't say they're making dramatic impacts on the game, but they've definitely been good. Vendrame and Sota Ora. So look for perhaps both of those players to step it up a little bit here in the second half. So the second half action underway. Hosokawa missing from the corner, but 30 Rivena with the offensive rebound and putback, and more of the same problems that plagued SUNROCKERS Shibuya early in the game now have returned here at the start of the second half. They had bodies, they just didn't get the basketball. So they've equaled their biggest lead of the game now, 14 points. Santa NEOPHOENIX. Good job, Vendrame, getting it down low to Hawkinson and the foul. Another look, finds his man inside, and Hawkinson with the mismatch is fouled by Hosokawa. Oh, but they say the foul was before the shot. A little unlucky for the visitors. Vendrame this time does not make it. Sui with a foul. Good job, Soto Ura, putting pressure on that defense. Oh, gosh. So it's a 15-point lead, their biggest of the game, Sanin. And the way things have been going lately, they would like to put this thing away early if they can. But it's a huge game for Shibuya. They're fighting for a wild card spot right now. And Suya comes out and drills it. First bucket of the game for Suya. Boy, that was a good catch from Yante Mayton. Here he is, spinning, turning, and scoring over Hawkinson. Ryan Kelly to Suya. Vendrame cuts in from the baseline, gets rejected by Yante Mayton. Well, that was the right play for Vendrame, but when he sees Mayton coming over, he knows he needs to put that ball higher off the glass. And that was a terrific take from 30 Ravena. He's just so strong, and you see it when he attacks the basket. I would say 9 times out of 10, that is his best play, because even guards that are a little bit bigger than him are going to struggle. He's got he's got more quickness, and his solid base, explosive jumper. If he could just get to the basket like that, he'll get a lot of three-point play opportunities. He's taken up to a 17-point lead. He's been good today. 30 Ravena, the Filipino international, makes the free throw. He's got 9 points. Also, that was the second foul on Suya. Now, the backcourt has been better, really, overall for Sanin. That was a great drive by Clemens, right on cue. He put me in my place. He's got 5 points. 30 Ravena again. They can't stop him. He's got 11. I would just give the ball to him and let him go to work. Look at this, Tanaka wide open. How clutch is he? He is such a good player. Just cool, calm, collected, confident. Mayton, not what they're looking for. SUNROCKERS Shibuya more than happy for Yante Mayton to take 3-pointers. But unless they ratchet up the intensity, SUNROCKERS Shibuya, this thing is not going to change. Kelly gets the foul, turning around. Cody Clark is going to go and help up his opponent. Good sportsmanship. And free throws coming for Ryan Kelly. And here he is. Maybe a little fortunate to get that call, because turnaround jumper, the Hosokawa was trying to keep him from turning and going to the basket. And Ryan Kelly went with the turnaround. And Ryan Kelly sold it well, I think.
選手の答えです。23番。レイダースキー入ります。
So Ryan Kelly goes out of the game, and Gibbs comes back in. Sotoura gets the lane, drives in. That just cannot be allowed to happen. I just don't know what SUNROCKERS Shibuya are doing right now on defense. Clemens puts it up at the elbow. Good opportunity, but misses the shot. And there's Mayton with his back to the basket. 10 points for him. A little bit of So 17-point lead for Santa NEOPHOENIX. Buckets required for Shibuya. Gibbs maybe a little unfortunate to have this call go against him. He definitely kind of turned into him. That's a good job defensively by 30 Ravena, putting the pressure on the referee to make that call. He's outside the keyway. So that was a charge. Here's 30, taking it deep. Just no real defense, no real rim protection on these drives for SUNROCKERS Shibuya, now down 19 points, the biggest deficit of the game. Clemens. Oh boy. Gibbs kind of pushed off a little bit with his left arm to get some space, went up and scored. He's got 10 points. Ora. 30 for 3. Second miss from deep in as many attempts. Hawkinson just hasn't been at his best today on either side of the court. Just looks a little tired. And Yante Mayton catches it, turns and scores. He's got 12 points. And Santa NEOPHOENIX looking to stop the rot, and it looks like they might just do it with ease. Cantering right now. Big lead for them. Andrame whips it. Clemens for 3. That was online, but it was short. Good job, 30. Wow. 30 Ravena is putting on a clinic today. He has like turned this game into his own layup drill. He's got 15 points every time he drives to the basket. He knows he's going to score. I mean, he's just finding ways. Nobody really stepping in front of him. The help isn't there. Tanaka. Not sure if that ball is blocked or not. The ball goes off of Gibbs' hands, out of bounds. 21-point lead for San and NEOPHOENIX, and they are cruising. You in the game, number 15. He's got it. Hosokawa. Clark. Well, more than anything in this game, you go back and look at these offensive rebounds and putbacks. Those have been killers for SUNROCKERS Shibuya. They just have not done a good job boxing out. They haven't had the rim protection. They just lacked some intensity on both ends of the court. Cody Clark rebounds the miss. I mean, I think Tanaka comes out of this game with some credit. Here he is trying to guard the bigger Dudzinski. I think Gibbs comes out with some credit. But it feels like everybody else in this SUNROCKERS Shibuya team today just isn't quite at the races. There's Cody Clark, missing it from deep. And the only way for a possible comeback, I think, for SUNROCKERS Shibuya now is if San and NEOPHOENIX lose their focus and start taking some bad shots instead of working for some good ones. Vendrame knocks it down, his second three of the game. He's got 8. Dudzinski. And it's going to be awfully difficult to come back. 12 minutes to go, 22-point deficit. There's still time, but the defense needs to start making some plays, forcing some turnovers, getting some easy buckets, and instead, Aki Chambers throws it out of bounds. Clark backs his way into the paint, puts it up. Ryan Kelly. So that three cuts it back to a 19-point deficit. Well, if they can get a stop, maybe go down, score again, give themselves a little bit of a hope of what would be a great comeback. But again, it's all about defense, rebounding, rim protection, and we just haven't seen it today. And there again, Cody Clark. I mean, that wasn't so much the defense. That was just a terrific shot. Or shall we say, that was a shot made with a high degree of difficulty. Vendrame to Chambers, Kelly. They get the three. Good box out, Dudzinski. Look at Dzezinski hustle down the court. He misses right at the end. Aki's got to get it up. And with 10 minutes remaining, San NEOPHOENIX in command here at home. 75-54 over SUNROCKERS Shibuya. So 30 Ravane is sitting down here at the start of the fourth quarter, but I would imagine it's going to be only briefly, but you got to really appreciate how well this backcourt has played today. 30 Ravane leading the way, but also Sotaura and Yamauchi. They have been terrific. Kojima missing from the left. Yamauchi follows up the miss. Three-point shot is good from Hawkinson. We're back to an 18-point deficit. I mean, it's maybe he saved the best for last. Still a mountain to climb. And they've got to get stops. Aki Chambers trying to stick with Sotaura. Nobody boxes out. Mayton. Mayton misses the first. Yamauchi putting the pressure on, and we've seen it all day. They've just been much more active on defense than SUNROCKERS Shibuya. Aki Chambers Just down low. 30 Ravenna challenges for the rebound. Just a lot more intensity with the team in red, the San and NEOPHOENIX. Cody Clark, who had that terrific first half. Gets it over to Yamauchi. Wide open three. Long rebound to 30 Ravenna. Whistle blows and the foul's called. Mayton going right at Hawkinson. Little runner, Ryan Kelly. Can't trade baskets though. You got to get stops if you're going to get back into it. Much better. Oh. Well, Hawkinson looked like he got a lot of ball there, but probably unfortunate for Hawkinson. I think he's right. Yeah, Pavicevic. Yeah. You're not going to get all those calls, unfortunately. And this is the difference in the game, really. I mean, you look at the lead is 20, San and NEOPHOENIX. You might think we'd be tempted to just kind of sit back and let this thing kind of ease to an end. But they're not. They're putting the pressure on SUNROCKERS Shibuya coming up and making sure that anything they get, they're going to have to work hard for. Zinke switches on to Clemens. Now the dump down low to Gibbs. What a drive. That's a nice one from Vendrame. And maybe if I had a criticism today of him is that he just hasn't looked enough for his shot, because I think he could do so much more. We highlighted him as a key player. And we did see Mayton block his shot earlier in the second half, but Vendrame has got the skill set, much like 30 Ravenna at the other end, to put the ball on the deck, drive to the basket, and score. So timeout. They've cut it back to a 16-point deficit. And let's see if we're going to have an interesting finish with 6.5 minutes remaining. Okay, well, if the comeback is going to start, it's got to start now. Or it's got to continue. They've cut it back to 16 points. One bucket here, and oh boy. Yanti Mathan fouled, making the shot, and won. And that might just do it as the lead goes back to 18 points. So he completes the three-point play, Yanti Mathan, and back to a 19-point advantage. 4 fouls on Gibbs as well. No need to put him on the bench now. You've got to have him. And Dzinski whistled for the foul down low. Good drive, Clemens, but is it going to be too little too late? Probably, with 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Not so much about the scoring for Shibuya right now. It's about getting the stops. Or a high arcing shot bounces away. Clemens, open floor. If he can knock down a three, it'll go to 14. No, it's going to go to Gibbs inside, and he gets the bucket. Appealing for a foul, but he's never going to get that. 15-point deficit. 5:20 remaining. Again, can they get a stop and put this San and NEOPHOENIX team under some pressure at the end of the game? Good job, 30 Ravane, at taking it deep, putting it up and in. That's his game. If I'm 30 Ravane, I just don't even look at three-point shots. I mean, they may give them to you, but just drive. Drive, take the mid-range game. That's your strength. Ooh, Vendrame almost turned it over. Clemens for three. It's a 14-point game. Well, never say never. And with the timeout, 4:46 remaining, they're going to need a near perfect finish. But it's enough for Coach Ono to call a timeout and just maybe sharpen the focus once again. What they're going to have to do to close this thing out. So no foul trouble for San and NEOPHOENIX. Gibbs has the 4 fouls for Shibuya. And the alley-oop to Dinsky. And that should do it, really. That takes it back to 16 points, and that is just execution. That is a play that says, you know what? You're not coming back today. Don't even think about it. Defense really picking up out of the perimeter, and Yamauchi called for the foul. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Three-point look. That's good. There's Vendrame, just case in point. He needed to get it going earlier. It's a 13-point game under 4 minutes remaining. Don't look now, but again, a little bit of pressure maybe on San In if Sunrockers can get a stop. Cody Clark. Oh, boy, that is frustrating situation. Just 3 seconds on the shot clock when the foul is called. And that's a good call. So Cody Clark goes to the line. Sunrockers over the limit, and Clark makes the free throw. And more than anything right now, the clock is the enemy for Sunrockers. Shibuya. So timeout on the court, 15-point deficit, 3 minutes, 37 seconds remaining. San and NEOPHOENIX, 9 of their 29 rebounds coming on the offensive glass, 11 second chance points, 12 points scored off of the Shibuya turnovers. No second chance points have been scored by this team. And what's worse, 60 points have been scored in the paint by the home team today, just 28 for Sunrockers Shibuya. And on top of that, you got 4 players of the 9 that are playing today that have hit double digits, and Soto Oro, if he gets another bucket, that'll make it 5. So 30 Ravena with 17 points, 19 for Yante Macon, 21 for Cody Clark. Clark also with 9 rebounds. Maybe a little surprising that you don't have Tanaka in the game. Clemens. And Brzezinski with the rebound. Ura. Costa College just got 3 points. Here's 30, throwing it down low. Not necessary. And Soto Ura with the foul. That's the third team foul, so no free throws. Tanaka's got 11 points. He's 5 of 7 from the floor. He can shoot it from deep. There's Suya. And Brzezinski just pretty much puts this thing away. These two teams will get it on again tomorrow. Here in this same arena, Ono, I think, making sure his team stopped the rot. 30 Ravenna goes down, trying to guard Clemens. It was Gibbs that came up. So I think they're kind of alleging that Gibbs drove his elbow into the side of 30 Ravenna. So it could have an unsportsmanlike here on Gibbs. Gibbs is already fouled out with that foul. That's number 5. And let's see now if it becomes an unsportsmanlike. I think it might. It did look like he kind of like purposely drove his elbow into his side. Watch this. He comes up to set the pick. Okay, now watch his... I mean, he kind of pushed him off. I'm not sure if he... Okay, watch this. Yeah, I think they're going to call it. I think they are going to call the unsportsmanlike. Let's have a look and see. The head coach's challenge. You get one a game. Okay, watch the right arm. He sets the pick there. Now watch him. Yeah. Dudu Ravenna definitely selling it. Pretty sure this is going to be an unsportsmanlike. Trying to read their minds. So, no Kosuke Konamaru, but no problem is San and NEOPHOENIX with the 9 players that they had today have come out and taken care of business. Oh, are they saying no? Unsportsmanlike?
先ほどの渋谷ジェフ・ギブス選手暴力行為は認められないということで試合の方は続行となります。
I didn't see him go up and give the unsportsmanlike signal. I think at this stage it doesn't really matter. It's a 17. Okay, so I am confused because I thought that already Gibbs had fouled out with that foul. So they are not calling an unsportsmanlike. And Gibbs has not fouled out. I thought he already had 4. Here's Gibbs. Gets it to the corner. Suya. Well, they come out smelling like a rose on that one. That looked to me like it was going to be an unsportsmanlike. Free throws, lose possession. And in the end, they get 3 points out of it. Gibbs stays on the floor. But as has been the case all day, they can't stop San In, who have poured in 92 points. So this will be a blow to the wild card hopes, or the bid to get into the top 2 for SUNROCKERS Shibuya, but nevertheless still a long way to go. But they're going to have to really improve on their effort today. They haven't really competed, from what I've seen, like they have to if they're going to get to the playoffs. So the foul on Hosokawa puts Kelly on the line, and he makes the first. $18 points, Ryan Kelly. Just don't think the bigs, the defense, Hawkinson, Kelly, has been good enough today, rebounding. There's Yamauchi from deep. Kelly does get the rebound that time. 6 rebounds for him. So coming up on the 1 minute mark, 14 points separate these two teams. Oh, they got to get it up. Kelly. Kelly gets it back. Pocket Chambers along 2. So San and NEOPHOENIX putting the finishing touches on an impressive performance today. They have just been on top of this SUNROCKERS Shibuya team from the start and have not let up. Guessing that this will be a last shot attempt. Gibbs, Chambers, Suya. And look at that. Emblematic once again. Here goes Clark. Puts the exclamation mark on a thumping. $23 points for Cody Clark, leading the way. 10 rebounds as well, the double-double. Solid game for 30 Ravena, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Sotoura as well had 9 points, 4 assists, 94-78. San and NEOPHOENIX romp to victory over SUNROCKERS Shibuya. Also, it looks like there's 0.4 seconds left on the clock, so they inbound it, and that is it. So these teams will do it again tomorrow, and Luka Pavicevic needs to figure out a way to get some more high-intensity play out of his team on defense and on the boards. 94-78, San and NEOPHOENIX win it over SUNROCKERS Shibuya.
ました。まずはですね、大野敦ヘッドコーチにお話をお伺いしたいと思います。まずは勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
今日のゲームはですね、3円っぽくもう泥臭くですね、アグレッシブに勝負してくれました。今日の試合を振り返って一言お願いします。
はい、本当に選手たちがコートで 100% の力を出して勝利をつかむことができました。また皆さんの大きなご声援、本当に力になりました。ありがとうございました。
さあ、明日の試合に向けても一言お願いします。明日の試合に向けて一言お願いします。
はい、明日もまたフェニックスらしいゲームができるように選手とともに準備していくので、明日も大きなご声援よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。大野敦ヘッドコーチにお話をお伺いしました。続きまして山善プレゼンツフェニックスヒーロー賞の発表です。こちらはですね、本日特に印象に残った選手に贈られる賞となります。さあ、本日はですね、3名ね紹介していきたいと思います。まずはですね、こちらダブルダブルですね、23得点10リバウンド、4番コティ・クラーク選手です。さあ、まずは勝利おめでとうございます。
Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
そして、今もね子供たちから声援が来ておりましたけど、コーティ選手大人気ですね。
I mean, what can I say? What can I say?
なんて言ったらいいんでしょうって。
さあ、そして、今日ね素晴らしい活躍を見せてくれましたけど、今日の試合を振り返って一言お願いします。
We just wanted to get a win. We knew we had to do offensively and defensively, and after losing a lot of games, so we just came out and did what we had to do, and that's the mindset we got to play with from here on out.
本当にオフェンスもディフェンスもやるべきことは何かということはしっかり分かっていましたので、本当にそれをしっかり遂行して勝利するっていうところのマインドセットがしっかり持ってて挑めた試合だったので本当に良かったと思います。
We could win thanks to the fan support. We'll play tomorrow against Shibuya, so please come out to the stadium and cheer us
Trying to come out
on.
and get another win. Thank you guys for traveling and coming to see us and bring more fans, friends, and family. You know, we're going to try to repeat this again tomorrow.
また明日もしっかり練習できるように、こちらも頑張ってまいりますので、本当に友達、家族、皆さんをたくさんいろんな方を連れてきてまた応援してください。よろしくお願いいたします。
ありがとうございました。まずはですね、4番コティ・クラーク選手にお話をお伺いしました。
Happy birthday to my OG, Hisa.
ヒさんおめでとう。誕生日おめでとう。
25 years old.
25歳だよね。
ありがとうございます。さあ続いて、19得点をね挙げましたヤンテメーテ選手お願いします。
Now Yante Meta.
ヤンテ選手、今日の勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
今日の試合をね振り返って一言お願いします。
I think the game went very well. We got out to a hot start, making sure we were running the lanes, played good defense. They're a good team, and we showed what NEOPHOENIX basketball is about.
渋谷さんのチームも本当にいいチームだっていうことも分かりながら、オフェンスいいスタートを切れたと思いますし、ディフェンスもしっかり、やれて自分たちの本当にネオフェニックスのバスケットが見せれたんじゃないかなというふうに思います。
明日の試合に向けてもですね一言お願いします。
Thank you for supporting us. I know it's been a long season. We got the final stretch, so we need your support even more.
本当にたくさんの応援ありがとうございます。これからまた終盤戦、本当にタフなスケジュールになりますが、皆さんの応援引き続きよろしくお願いいたします。
ヤンテメーテ選手のお話をお伺いしました。もう一人お話をお伺いしましょう。0番サーディ・ラベラ選手お願いします。サーディ選手も今日のゲームは17得点となっております。まずは勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
サーディ選手、今日のゲームをね、
Now 30 Ravena.
お願いします。
It went well. I just feel happy to get out and get a team win against a strong team. I just want to apologize to Yante for getting some of his rebounds, but we'll try our best to repeat it tomorrow.
本当にいい、渋谷さんというチームからしっかり勝利を、もぎ取れたのは本当に良かったと思いますし、一つちょっと謝りたいのはヤンテのリバウンドを何個かちょっと取ってしまったところを申し訳ないなと思っています。だからまた明日も練習できるように頑張りますのでよろしくお願いいたします。
はい。
I'll say something for the Filipinos because a lot of them came. Sa lahat ng mga Pinoy nanonood, maraming salamat sa suporta nyo. Malaking bagay ito para sa akin and sana tuloy-tuloy lang. Thank you to all the Filipinos that came here. I appreciate your support. Hope you continue it, and of course to all the boosters as well.
フィリピンのコミュニティの方がたくさん今日は見えていらっしゃるので、本当に感謝の気持ちも今述べてと本当に
ありがとうございます。
日本の皆さんもありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。サーディ・ラベラ選手にお話をお伺いしました。それでは、本日のヤマテンプレゼンツフェニックスヒーローショーの、商品ですが、本日はキャンパスコレクションポップアップテントとなります。こちら2名の方にプレゼントとなります。当選者はこちらの2名になります。おかげさまでですね、会場正面にありますインフォメーションブースにお受け取りください。改めまして本日のヒーローショー4番コティ・クラーク選手、1番ヤンテメーテ選手、そして0番サーディ・ラベラ選手でした。ありがとうございました。お手ください。
So you got the injured trio not able to go today, and I'm guessing we'll also skip tomorrow. Not sure if it's injury or illness, but It happens. And one of the players is celebrating a birthday. And it could be Yamauchi, in fact. Try to confirm that. So it is indeed the birthday of Morihisa Yamauchi, 44 years of age. So big day for him. And Sanin definitely will make the playoffs. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It remains to be seen how far they will go. I think they're probably better teams, but the good thing was today they came back and reasserted themselves today, having had a losing spell. Even shorthanded today, and they finished looking like they had more energy. They started with more energy. And Shibuya just not going to have a chance if they come out and have lethargy and lack of intensity the way that they had, especially early today. They need to establish themselves from the get-go tomorrow, or else they're going to be enduring a 2-0 sweep at the hands of Sanin. So the NEOPHOENIX fans, that great mascot as well, boy, it really lends itself to some great costumes, great hats. There he is, look at that. You're not going to get a better mascot than that, surely. Number 30. So we got some post-game photos. Just start going over some of the stats while we get a look at this. 30 Ravena, 17 points. 19 for Yante Maiden, 23 for Cody Clark, 9 for Sotaura, 3 for Hosokawa, 15 for David Jasinski. No surprise there, coming off the bench. He's the man, and Yamauchi had 6 off the bench. Yu had 2. Ota did not play, so they only went 8 deep today. So even without 3 other players, they were still able to come out and get it done. And in fact, 9 players played for SUNROCKERS Shibuya and only 8 scored. In fact, only 7 scored. So all was not well for Luka Pavicevic's team today, and the way it started the second half, we'll go back and look at the first half. Ryan Kelly started well enough, and Ryan Kelly finished with 18 points. I mean, he played okay offensively. He ended up with 7 rebounds, but I think defensively, And it's not just him, it's everybody. They've got to really kind of shift into a higher gear. That's the only three-pointer, the only point scored today by Hosokawa. This is where, again, tone-setting plays, offensive rebounds, putbacks, and really easy. I mean, it wasn't really like you had to work hard, and then you had the rim protection at the other end, which we didn't have for Shibuya, and then 30 Ravena was able to play his game all day long. He just went up and down the floor. That's his strength. And then this was just chaos defensively. Shibuya definitely just really not locked in at all. This guy was Tanaka. Taiki Tanaka came out and played very well today. Hawkinson not able to get that, and that was not a good pass by Tanaka. Clemens played well in spurts, but that was a pass that just should not have been attempted. It's one of those turnovers and points off turnovers. Vendrame, I thought, played well in spurts as well, and maybe in this current team needs to look to score a little bit more. But Clark, you can see that he had it going from the very beginning of the game. He was great. Ura with the assist to the game, saving the ball inbounds with the behind-the-back pass to his teammate. There's Yamauchi, and again, if he's able to score like that underneath the basket, it's going to be a long day for Shibuya. And more offensive rebounds and putbacks. That one by 30 Ravena. And another drive and bucket, and you heard 30 thanking the Filipino fans that came out to support him today. Another offensive rebound and putback. Clark finished with the 23 points. He made some shots, but he had some easy ones to make as well. Just need to see more of this tomorrow from Hawkinson. He's just too good not to have more of an impact on the game. But again, I think he looked maybe tired is the best way to put it. And Vendrame, there's got to be more of that from him as well. Vendrame scoring, and he had 13 points. I don't think Gibbs could have done any more today. I thought he played hard. Gibbs came off the bench, had 14 points. Just didn't get any rebounds. He did have a couple of steals. And this was after a timeout when it looked like they might be coming back. They draw up a play, 30 Ravena, the lob, and Dzinski knew what to do with it. Another turnover, another easy bucket. So just a lot to clean up for SUNROCKERS Shibuya. Yes, they're playing a good team, but they can't pretend to be a playoff team if they don't bring more effort, really, from the get-go. And what the reason was, I don't know, but it was obvious from the very beginning. Maybe there's some illness Maybe they're tired, but it's a long season, as we heard him say, but you got to be able to bring it. They need to gain a split tomorrow if they can improve on today. So Sunrockers Shibuya ended up shooting 40% from deep, so that's pretty decent, 10 of 25. They made all their free throws. But when you look at some of the important stats, rebounding, for example, 32 to 20, they were out rebounded. 32-21, shall we say. They gave up 9 offensive rebounds. $66 points in the paint for the home team, and that was our key matchup. And yeah, Vendrame I thought he did okay. I thought he could have even contributed more, maybe be a little bit more selfish and look for his shot. Sotoura, he just did what he needed to do today. I mean, he was good. He was good. 30 Ravena was good. Yamauchi was good. The backcourt played better. The front court played better. Everybody played better today for San and NEOPHOENIX. Great to see the young fans coming out, wearing the nice costumes and heading back. Stay together, ladies. So not a better thing to do than to come to the game at the weekend in the B.LEAGUE and watch your favorite team to play. The fans, a huge part of everything. They do such a good job in this competition. Not just the basketball, but it's everything around it. 23 points for Cody Clark, 19 for Yante Mayton, 17 for 30 Ravena. Those were the leading scores for San In. And don't forget that Dudzinski had 15 off the bench. He had 18 for Kelly, 14 for Gibbs, and 11 for Tanaka. So 7 rebounds for Kelly, 9 assists for Clemens, who had 10 points, so he finished just 1 assist shy of a double-double. Clark had a double-double with points and rebounds, and Sotoura had the 5 assists to go with his 9 points. Although I was thinking, for some reason, that 30 Ravena, 30 Ravena also had 5 assists. So these are the games coming up tomorrow, and San In, once again, will be at home. The second one on the right there, 3:05 local time against Sunrockers Shibuya. Ryukyu Golden Kings will be going up against the Northern Happiness. Everybody will be in action. So one final time, 94-78, San and NEOPHOENIX win it over Sunrockers Shibuya here in the B.LEAGUE. Have a great rest of your day on Saturday, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
アンソニー・クレモンズ、ジョシュ・ホーキンソン、細川から、ここも奪い川から